Do you think that a lot of people live in illusions, Katie?
Yes, as long as they believe they're a people.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, I've questioned my mind, and I've come to see that there's only mind, and it's only mind that says I'm a people, and who would I be without that thought?
So we are not a people?
Well, you know, we are as long as we believe we are.
What would you say we are?
Love.
Love.
Love. Love. I could say mind that believes what it thinks, and so it does not realize its true nature. And the true nature and essence of everything of mind is love. A benevolent force that is friendly.
So in what aspect of life do you feel we need more awareness?
In any aspect that causes a stress, an argument, a war with what is, an argument with reality. I've come to see that reality is kind, always kind, but
even when we have a disease or a physical handicap or a situation that we can't seem to turn around?
Absolutely, absolutely, and there's nothing that cannot be turned around. I was for years going blind, and then finally I was falling downstairs and falling to the ground and talking to people. I had no idea what they looked like because I couldn't see. I had a disease where I was losing my vision and then finally just did. But I never saw a problem. Could never see a problem in that. I couldn't see my grandchildren's faces. I couldn't see what they were doing, but it was never a problem. I could always project what was going on in one way or another, which is what every person does anyway. So it did not stop me from living a wonderful world, and never a handicap at any time. And as I was falling, you know, I fell down a couple of staircases twice in Germany last year, and as I was falling, you know, it was actually exciting. It's like, this is the way of it. My goodness, this is the way of it. And then looking forward to where would she land, and then, you know, the kissing of the ground is like, how do I know the ground needs a kiss? I'm kissing it.
Beautiful.
So it's just you know, loving what is. I love the way of it. But if we had to have the right amount of fingers and arms and legs, and if we had to be healthy to be free, that just does not make sense. So these 4 questions and turn around and people answer them. They tap into a power that frees them. And I love bringing this around the world to people. And then they use it or they don't. But ultimately their answers can set them free. And these questions tap into that source if they answer them.
I remember you once saying, when I lose something, I feel grateful.
Yes.
And it struck a chord with me. I wanted to ask you what exactly you mean by this.
Well, I've come to see that I never lose anything ahead of its time, and when I lose it, it just works so perfectly. It's like, how do I know I no longer need it? It's gone, and then something has to fill that space, and I get to see what it is. And life is lighter as things come and go, and so I always have more than I need. That's what I love about the whole human race. I can see that everyone has not just what they need, but more than they need. But the mind that would say it's not enough, or there's something wrong, that's a very confused mind. It's a mind that lives in scarcity, and as I think all of us know, there's no amount of money or luxury that can free the mind. There's no amount of anything that can free the mind.
You have a very large international reputation for your healing work now, and I believe Time magazine described you as a visionary for the new millennium. Do you ever feel pressured by your role?
Oh, no. My role always is simple. It's just, for example, my role right now is just to sit here with you, and it's such a pleasure. And I learn so much from what you say and what I hear and from what I say and hear in this experience. And that's all I'm ever required to do is the thing in the moment. That's all any human being's required to do is just what they're doing in the moment. And my question is, do you love it yet?
So the here and now is very important.
Well, it's all there is.
It's all there is.
Yeah. I mean, what else is there? As there is the mind that says that you got up this morning and you came here, and it's just a story, and it's a beautiful story, or it can be a stressful story, and you know, who would you be without your story? Just woman sitting in chair with friend, and oh my goodness, that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I don't ever want anything more. And yet life just gives me more and more and more. I say we only do three things. We stand, we sit, and we lie horizontal. And so life is not difficult. But the stories that we believe as we're standing and sitting, you know, that's the only torment and hell that exists. So a person that didn't believe their thoughts would be happy every moment. And I only say that because it's my experience and the experience of more people on this planet. And I'm very happy for that.
What, in your opinion, is the essence of life?
Life. Life and its nature. Its nature. It's very exciting to understand that the universe is kind and so generous and so unlimited.
And how would you describe God?
As kind and unlimited in life.
What trait do you most admire in the human being?
The capacity to love.
And the trait that you most dislike? There isn't one.
No. I see everyone as innocent. They believe what they think, and so they have to do what they do. There's no choice. You know, I work with someone that maybe has killed many people, and then I look at what they were believing when they did it, and I understand why they kill. If I believed what they believed, I would kill too.
So compassion is important.
Well, you know, I just come from a place of reality. No one would harm another human being if they were not confused. It's not possible. But as long as we believe what we think, there's going to be war. War with our children, war with ourselves, war in our community, and war in the world. That's how it is.
What do you tell yourself in times of difficulty, of adversity, when there is war?
Well, I don't see difficulty and adversity. I see people who are believing what they're thinking. Again, I just see people doing the best that they can, and I know that every human being is doing the best that they can in every moment. But as long as they believe what they think, it's going to be a very difficult life for them.
What's the best gift you've ever received, Katie?
The 4 questions and turn around. Actually, where it was born inside of me is to see that nothing's true, and that the mind projects a world out that appears to be real, and in that dream world there are a lot of things that seem true. So to open to it's the dream world, and to question what our thoughts until we can love the dream world and see that it is just a dream, and the nature that it comes out of when that's realized is, you know, if you were having the most beautiful dream, the most beautiful, beautiful dream that you could ever imagine as you were sleeping, would you want anyone to wake you up?
No.
No. Well, that's what's possible for us. People say, but Katie, life is just a dream, and I say, yes, and do you love it yet?
So we need to master the mind?
No, the mind can't be mastered. It can't be mastered in my experience. It's looking for the truth. It's a seeker. And when it finds it, it becomes quiet. And it no longer is stuck. And that it is free to be its infinite self. And its power is unlimited. It's infinite. And there's nothing it cannot do. There's nothing it cannot heal. There's nothing that it cannot invent. There's no planet that it couldn't clean up. It's unlimited.
But if we were to always take a positive attitude and a forgiving attitude towards ourselves, how can we face our dark side and grow?
Well, we cannot forgive ourselves as long as we believe what we think. It's not possible. We can try to, but authentically we believe what we think. And it's like sometimes we forgive and sometimes we don't. But forgiveness, for me, is saying that what I thought happened didn't. Anything short of that is not forgiveness. It's like, you did that thing and I forgive you. Well, it still says that you did that thing. That's not enough. That's not forgiveness. So I need to look at my thoughts about you and that incident and question those thoughts and turn them around and see what is as true or truer. Until that's done, forgiveness isn't complete. But we try to forgive. And some of us do. And then what is it that we haven't forgiven yet? And then to begin to work on that also.